Okay, just waiting a minute for Facebook. Woohoo! All right, I think we're live. All right. Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, I hope I have the description right. I'll go back in and fix that if I need to. Super excited for today's spotlight. I adore Megan and I adore Meg, and I'm sure you all will as well. So first of all, if you are a little bit unfamiliar with me, if you are new here in the group, my name is Shelly Howells, and I am a dragon-hearted transformation warrior. Woo woo! And I am a channel, medium, intuitive coach, and light language teacher. I'm also the creator of the New Earth Mystery School, and Meg here is also a member of the New Earth Mystery School. She's one of our founding members. And so the New Earth Mystery School, it is a training school for New Earth leaders like Meg and personal ascension. So let me introduce you. Have you met Meg? Let me introduce you to Meg today. My guest today is Meg Maven, who is going to be one of our keynote speakers at the New Earth Ascension Summit, being held right here in this group on March 18th through 22nd, which is next week. Yay! Super excited. Meg entered the energy healing arena in 2014 when she discovered Dressing Your Truth. And in fact, that's how we met originally, right? We were doing Dressing Your Truth, and I thought I was a type 4. I was very mistaken in that, but it gave me an opportunity to make some great friends, so I'm grateful for that. Meg then went on to learn about many modalities to help her heal, including Reiki, astrology, human design, light language with me. That was super fun. Oracle and tarot cards, and money alignment. So yummy. I love that. She loves sharing what has helped her to find relief and healing with others. So thank you, Meg. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're glad you are here. So my first question is always, how do you feel that you embody? So the topic for the New Earth Ascension Summit is going to be New Earth leadership. So how do you feel that you embody New Earth leadership, Meg?
It's a great question. I think, and I've thought about these questions, so now I'm like, what do I have to say about that? I do feel actually that this question is best answered with money. So I do have when you talked about the money alignment, I do have this ability and connection with the energy of money. It's not like the actual physical money, but money has an energy. And I do have this ability to be able to see what mindsets and what energy is blocking the flow of money. So I do feel that that is what I have to offer for the leadership, is being able to say, oh, let's tweak that. Let's get a new perspective on that. And let's switch it to something that's going to help us flow money, because money wants to support us. It doesn't want us to be stuck in poverty mindset, or one thing that recently came up was like a revenge mindset. And I could talk about that more, but I think often we feel like we want to make a lot of money to prove it to people or to like show that we can. And that is a money block. That's going to block our flow if we are doing it for that purpose. And so just things like that. I think That's what I offer. I do love to connect with money and how it flows.
So good. So needed. That is absolutely new Earth leadership because we have so many old Earth paradigms
Yeah.
around money, right? With the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. And you may have called me out on that revenge one as well.
Maybe that's why it needed to come up. I have had that tendency as well, but like it's okay if it comes, but then you just tweak it. Yeah.
Yes. And also it's not it's in my awareness now. I don't think it was in my awareness before. It's in my awareness now. It's not a primary motivator for me.
Right.
And also as a strong independent woman, learning how to make it on my own after 35 years of marriage,
Mm-hmm.
it's in there still.
It's in there. And I think and I think that's so I think I think we can use it to motivate us. But it's when we are because we can't change other people's perspective of us.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times, if we are trying to do it so that we can prove something or try to change other people's perspective of us, that's where it can get into a block.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Very much so. Very much so.
So maybe it's okay to want a little bit of revenge, but it's when we're trying to do it to get them to see us a different way. That's not really possible, right?
Yes, I agree 100%. This is something we talk about in the New Earth
The other
Mystery
day, yeah.
School. Yeah, this came up like, I just want to, yeah, no, we can't. Just
We
you.
can't.
I know. As much as we would like to, we cannot.
So I guess I talked about what we kind of maybe don't want, or what to avoid, but what we would want to focus on money in is just like our passions, what we're interested in, focus on, the more that we can focus on newness, excitement, what we bring, what we offer to the table, that that opens money to flow to us.
Oh, yes. Also, I love that because that's kind of the key of New Earth leadership is
Mhm.
following your passion. Your passion is your guideline to your soul's purpose, right? And then when
Yeah.
you're following your passion and your purpose, you already have those like you have the divine affinity for money, that deep understanding of the energy of money. And so it makes sense that for other people, they would become aware of their gifts to support them in their passion and their
Yeah.
purpose as well. Yeah.
Right.
Good stuff, Meg. Thank you for
Thanks.
that. Yeah. So let us know, what are you sharing at the New Earth Ascension Summit this month? And why are you so passionate about that topic?
So what came to me to share is about boundaries. And I will tell you that this is not because I consider myself a boundary expert at all. But I am very passionate about the topic because, because it's been probably one of my biggest life lessons. Oh, that's making me cry. And the more that I can step into powerful boundaries, I see the more that I'm able to step into my power, really,
Yeah.
and who I am. Yeah, and be in authenticity. Because, yeah, I did have very weak boundaries. So it's been something that I've been working on. It's been something that I have been gathering information, data almost, on what works, what doesn't. And so, yeah, I'm wanting to share what I've learned.
Mm. I love that. Because you talked about boundaries, why are boundaries important for New Earth leaders? Well, because it's the way that you step into your power and it allows you to be your most authentic. And we
Yes.
talked about how your gifts are what make you a leader. Having those boundaries allows you to authentically step into your gifts, which are your power and your magic, what makes you you. So,
Yes.
I am excited
And
for that.
it's, what's coming to me too is also, when we talk about the new earth, we are talking about a separation. And so boundaries are the ultimate, in my opinion, way of that. And you will, once you start setting boundaries, it is such a clear, it'll put a clear line for people who are not willing to support those, not willing to respect those. And so unfortunately, a part of it is that you're going to be weeding out people that are not good for you and not for your highest good and not supportive of you. And you're going to be then drawing a line saying, okay, I'm ready to attract the people that are for me. And that's to me what the new earth is. It's like separation of, yeah.
It is, which can be challenging to our
Yes.
hearts, right?
I'm like, are you ready for an activation? Yeah. It
I
has
love
been very
that.
challenging. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it from our audience. Drop it in the comments. Are you ready for an activation? Are you ready? I don't know. Are you sure? I always ask that question. Are you
I,
ready? Are you sure? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say that I think the exciting thing about it is we want to be like, imagine it, it's reminding me of Marie Kondo, The Magic of Tidying Up.
Yeah.
It's like, that's actually boundaries, right? Where she's going through her house and saying, okay, this is what's really sparking me joy, and this isn't. And so I feel like it's really, if we focus on just being able to live in a space where everything around you is sparking joy, that is what boundaries gives us.
That feels so good.
Right?
Feels so good. I'll tell you why I love that, because oftentimes when we think about boundaries, we think about, oh, it's mean,
Right.
and it's hard and it's
Mhm.
uncomfortable. And like you were talking about, there's that releasing of people who that division where people are on the karmic path, and they're just not vibing with you anymore. And we release them. And that's hard on the heart. And then what you're sharing with us is that it creates a space for us then to receive the joyful, aligned relationships and connections and everything else that we need in our lives.
And money.
And money, and money. Yes, yes, money will flow. And I love it because I always feel like money is more of a side effect necessarily than the main goal, right?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Good. We're on the same page.
I just felt like, oh, and yeah. So when you're living in that higher state of vibration, because everything around you is sparking joy in every relationship and you're just attracting the people that are meant for you, that will put you in a place of being able to flow money. Yeah.
Right, right, right. Money will flow to you because it wants to support you in your passions. It
Yeah.
wants to support you in your relationships. It wants to support you in more joy. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. See, I'm seeing connections, Meg.
Okay, good.
This is what I do with my seer eyes. I see the connection.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. So you're talking about using boundaries to create more space for more joy. So money's going to come in to help you bring in more joy.
yes.
Yeah. And we're acknowledging that money isn't always necessary for joy.
Right.
Also, it's going to be there to support
It
you
can
in
be.
those things that do require an exchange of energy with money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm,
I am just wanting to say one thing.
yeah.
It keeps flashing. So if you know Jana is also in the New Earth Mystery School. She shared with me a video where the woman was saying that she has been called a bitch, and she said that she turned it into an acronym to stand for boundaries I thoughtfully and confidently hold. And I kind of love it.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Okay, can you come back and drop that in the comments?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, I could share the video also if we want, but I can just share the acronym.
Yeah.
Um, it was fun. And I think it, New Earth, it's okay if people want to see us that way.
Yes.
And they probably will. The more you're setting boundaries, the more that they might see you that way. And the more we can just own it and say, yeah, I hold boundaries. And
Yeah.
that's it. Yes.
Yes. Yes. And a reminder, in my experience with setting boundaries and having them enforced, is that the people who call you that are the ones who have been feeding off of your energy,
Right.
and that you have been, it's always an unequal exchange. The people who will call you that are the ones who have been benefiting without reciprocating.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And also, in my experience, is that when you cut them off, you're actually giving them a gift, because then they have to figure out how to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Makes them go inward and like, well, what am I going to do now? I don't know. You get to figure out some skills now.
That's true.
Expand your support system, figure it out. So it is, you are giving people a gift when you set
I
boundaries.
like that. Yeah, I like that.
Mm. Oh, we love boundaries. Such a great topic. And I'm so excited to hear
Yeah.
your full presentation. That's going to be amazing. Okay, so to wrap things up here, I like to do something special for my gifts. And so what would you like today? An intuitive gift reading, entourage reading, which is spiritual support team, seer reading, channeled message, or a light language upgrade?
Can I ask what a seer reading is? What is that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. A few people have asked that.
Oh, sorry.
And no, it's good. It's good. It's
Okay.
great. No,
Sorry, not
yeah.
sorry.
It's good to get that information out there, right? Because if people are asking,
Yeah.
then I'm not clear. I have not clearly expressed that. So a seer reading is where I tap into, it's seer and oracle. It's kind of like a channeled message. But I put on my seer eyes, which means that I see through the eyes of the divine. I can see you or a situation through the eyes of the divine, and then using the gift of oracle, which is saying the words the divine gives to me. Then I will share what I see with you.
Sold.
Okay.
Let's do it. That sounds awesome.
All right, Meg, and tell me, do you have a specific intention, circumstances, something that you would like to see through the eyes of divine?
Mm-hmm. Um, whew. It's so it's coming up just the word mother as a mother. I have 5 children, right? So I guess my intention is maybe to see myself in regards to myself as a mother.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm feeling it,
It's making me
Meg.
cry on.
I'm feeling it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Meg's gonna allow us to cry. Okay. And I just feel like inviting anyone who has doubts about themselves as a mother to receive what resonates from this message. Okay, good. So yes, take a deep breath in and release. Wiggle your toes to help you come fully into your body. Drop from the mind into the heart, fully into the body. It is safe to be in your body as you receive this message. Okay. Good, good, good. Invite you to open your crown chakra and invite your gut into this space. Gut meaning God or goddess, universe, or higher power. Whatever the divine looks like for you. Anyone watching, I invite you to do the same thing, to connect with your own gut so that this message is personalized to you and so that you may get additional intuitive hits beyond what I shared today. Likewise, I always connect with my gut first. Okay, so the first thing that I see, is a crown. That you have this very strong, queenly, nurturing energy. Okay. And so, okay. So here's what I'm seeing is I'm seeing the different aspects of the goddess coming through. And so I am some different aspects. I'm seeing the teacher as well coming through. Okay. And the mother coming through, the divine mother is coming through as well. And the immediate, and there's like this, also the priestess, the high priestess is coming through as well, because there's this beautiful aura around you, like a golden halo aura coming through. And so I also see the warrior. I see the warrioress coming through as well. Like, yeah, we felt that one. Yeah, that you are willing to go to war for your kids. And the lover comes into it with this deep, deep, open-hearted, pure love that you have for your kids. And you embody all of these elements of the goddess as you are in this stage of life where you are serving your children. Okay. And I'm also seeing these very deep, deep soul connections between you and your kids, where, and this is true for everybody, but I'm seeing the pre-earth experience where you sit down and map out what you're going to provide for them, how you're going to show up for them. Okay. And part of the love that we have for our kids is that we are willing to sometimes be the villain. Every single parent. I know. And okay. Here's what I want everyone to hear. Every single parent on this planet entered into a contract with their children to sometimes be the villain. Okay, that our contract was, this is a shadow work thing. Okay, that we came here to help them experience polarity. Which means that they get to have your love and your nurturing and your teaching and the example of, the aura that you have of your spirituality and teaching them how to be kings and queens. They get all of that good stuff. And you wound them in the specific way that they asked you to. Okay, so you love them enough to say yes to their request.
Okay.
And then also understand that the hero villain aspect, it's not 50-50 at all. Because the other beautiful thing about our life experience is it does not take much wounding to fuck us up. Okay.
So true.
So you can be 90% perfect mother and 10% villain, and you will have accomplished your job.
Okay.
Okay. And the other thing that is coming through right now is like this idea of being an anchor. That's not the imagery though. It's kind of like Stonehenge, right? Or those rock pillars that you see sometimes, those solid rock sacred pillars,
Yeah.
where you are their rock right now.
Mm.
Okay. And I think the reason why it's like a Stonehenge ancient kind of thing is because the storms will rage, and they're still standing. They're still, they might be, I mean, they're barely weathered, right? They're not that eroded. They're still standing. They're still standing. So regardless of the storms that rage, they're still standing. So regardless of the storms that rage, whether within or without you, you're still standing. You're their pillar. You are their strength. You are their rock.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions, or did some of that resonate? Was it
It did.
helpful?
Yeah, it was. I really, yeah, I think, let me see what I want to say. It's just been, yeah, a really challenging time. And I feel like, well, it went from, I think the message that I'm feeling is like, even though I feel like my time with them has been cut in half, that it feels like it's still that foundation, and it's still there. And I think that I just needed to hear that. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, very, 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 very much so. Trust in the foundation that you've already created.
Okay.
Okay. Trust in that. Trust in that. And also trust that they bought into this experience, right? That this is two parents, okay? And two parents. And so he gets to be the villain in their story as well, by
Yeah.
providing them some experiences that might be painful to your heart. Okay.
Yeah.
And then also some positive experiences as well.
Yeah.
It would be easier to paint him as a full victim. I mean, as a full villain.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, boundaries is what got me into this, right? So, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also seeing a rainbow, okay, and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow,
Okay.
right? Because Meg is the money maven, so we have a pot of gold that it's worth
Yeah.
it, right? And in the
Yeah.
New Earth Mystery School, we do a lot of alchemizing,
Yeah.
taking things and turning it into gold. So you're doing it. You are
Okay.
doing it.
Well, thank you.
You are welcome. You are welcome. The last thing that's coming to mind is that remember how I talked about how like the negative outweighs, like we can have 90% good and 10% hard to don't focus on the villain part.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And maybe this wasn't you, maybe this is other people who were working, but when I said villain, there was like this like, oh no, that's what I was afraid of, is that I'm the villain. Okay. I don't want to be the villain. I don't want to be the villain. Yeah. That
Yeah, and I don't, but also
also take a lot of comfort in the work that you have done, because if you had not done the work that you have done, your villain would have been a lot more. Like when I take a look at the family that I come from, And my experience as a child growing up compared to what I have provided for my kids, I'm pretty damn proud of that. Yeah,
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 I agree. It's forgiving ourselves, I think. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And here's what's fascinating. I'm just seeing this connection as well, right? Because we talk about our ancestors.
Mm,
You could not have wounded your kids unless you had been wounded yourself.
right.
And so it's kind of the gift that keeps on giving. That your parents wounded you in a very specific way so that you could then wound your children in the very, well, let me back up. They wounded you in a very specific way that you wanted to learn. And then it's also in a way so that you could wound your children in the very specific way that they asked of you as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did pause a little.
Okay, it's cutting out a little bit here. I don't know if that's on my end or your end, and that's okay. That tells me that we blew out the energy a little bit and it's time to wrap things up. So a quick reminder to everybody, the new Earth Ascension Summit is happening next week. Let's see. I don't know if I asked her where can people find her outside of this group. So we will invite Meg to come back and share with you where you can find her outside this group. She'll also share her link to the New Earth Ascension Summit happening here in the group next. There you are. Hi there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I asked you where can people find you outside this group. Did I ask that?
Not yet.
Okay. There we go.
I a little bit ago did create a Facebook group. So I haven't really done a lot with it yet. But I will go ahead and I can share that in the comments and you can come
Yes.
join. And my intention there is to look at money blocks and to share and to help change perspective with money as well in
Yes.
general. And yeah, Meg Marie Maven on Instagram. So that's how you find me.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so Meg is going to drop her group in the comments here, and then also your link to register for the New Earth Ascension Summit. You want to make sure you're registered, even though you're here in the group, so that you can get notifications, email reminders, and the Zoom link if you would like to join us live via Zoom as well. So make sure you register and Meg will share her link here today, okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Meg. This was so good. I love you and appreciate you. And thank you, everyone. Take care and have a great day.
Bye-bye.